Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars, and thank you for watching. Today we are talking about the Fender Squier Affinity lineup with an all-new Telecaster, Stratocaster, and Jazzmaster model. These are just a couple of the basses you get. You know, you got your standard, what's this, a jazz bass. You got like a photo flame looking Squier. You got the two tremolo points. I think this is like a Meteora possible style. I'm not sure if that's actually a Meteora. That might be your Jazzmaster right there. You got your Telecaster, and then you got a Jazzmaster style bass as well. But let me tell you, these look cool. These are definitely affordable, but be careful. I wouldn't recommend 100% buying one of these online. Now, the quality may have changed, though, since I purchased one of these. But the last time I had a Squier Affinity, that was probably the worst Squier I have ever had and ever played in my life. I'll talk about that more momentarily. So Fender has expanded its lineup of affordable Squier Affinity electric guitars with the release of the all-new Stratocaster, Telecaster, Jazz Metal, as well as a new range of bass guitars. Highlights from the release include a single coil-equipped Jazzmaster model, HACE configuration Strat and Tele. We have a new pack of Jaguar bass models, all arriving in a host of new finishes, including Lake Blasted Blue, Charcoal Forest Metallic, and Burgundy Mist. Along with the new offerings are a handful of updates to the existing Affinity series, including a new look, 4-string offerings, a flame maple top equipped HSS Strat, and a tweaked Tele, which support an Indian Laurel fretboard and appointments previously unavailable to existing Affinity Telecasters. So here we have the Jazz Master. I like the blue one. I do like the blue Jazz Master. Got kind of like the more like the Strat style tremolo on there, which you don't really see on these. Then we are going down to the H Humbucker Strat. Looks like you got 3 different colors there. Then we have the Telecaster. I like that second. I like that black Telecaster with the black pickguard. That is a nice looking Telecaster right there. Then we have the Jaguar bass. Looks like this one's only getting a single pickup, so that one, I prefer to have a couple pickups, whether it be bass or guitar. That would be something I would personally pass on. Other updates, and these are going to be your other Affinity models. Different colors primarily. That's a nice blue. I like that bass in that color. That is a different, definitely a different color for a bass. And you get your PJ bass, and then, I mean, there you go. There's all your Squier Affinity series. Now, I'm not saying these are bad guitars, because they're not. Let's see if I can get to the Fender website here, if it lets me. Oh, let's see. All for one. It's not going to show me what I want. Let's see. Squier in here. Shop all electric guitars. New Acoustasonic Jazzmaster. Now, it may not show me all of the Squiers that I want to see. So let's do shop all electric guitars if it lets me. Nah, the website's going to be finicky. So we'll just stick back over here and show you the image of all of them again. So I had a white Fender Affinity Strat. It was an HHS Strat, and it was just the worst thing ever. It was used when I bought it, so I didn't buy it new. I tried setting it up. It had a 2-point trem system that never stayed in tune. I ended up completely blocking it off, and it still somehow managed to go out of tune based on the tuners. The fretboard had shrunk, so you could actually feel a large hump between the maple and I think it was rosewood. It was older, so it must have been rosewood at the time. And there wasn't really a way to do anything about that besides shave down that part of the neck, which I did not want to put in that effort. I think I ended up selling that guitar for $50 or something because I just wanted it gone. It played terrible. It sounded terrible. There was something wrong with the electronics. And I mean, this is like the 200, 250 range. To my knowledge, let me see. Yeah, this one they're saying is 279. So you're looking right around the 200 to 300 range. And these aren't all bad because I have picked one up. That was fine. I believe it was a bass. It was an Affinity series bass. Perfectly fine guitar, nothing wrong with it. But you got to be careful. These ones I would highly, highly recommend if you can go to your local guitar shop and they have one or two of them. They're cheaper, so they're probably going to buy the entire series, most likely, because they will sell all of these at some point. Local guitar center, mom and pop shop, whoever, they'll have a couple of these lying around. They should anyway. Play a few of them. I just want you to play a few of them, make sure everything feels right to you before you actually bring it home. Because this is one of those guitars where it's in that price range where you can either get a really, really good one, a decent one, or you can get a really, really bad one. Because with mass production of these things in this price range, there are going to be some lemons, unfortunately. If it's a brand new guitar, you should be able to return it, no questions asked. But you're better off just going, picking one off the shelf, playing it, make sure it's something you actually want before you buy it. Me personally, I like that bass. I could use another bass. All I have is my Fender, my Epiphone Thunderbird bass, which is really big and never fits in a gig bag. Sounds good, but I kind of want a jazz bass. So maybe I may pick up one of these, test out the Affinity series bass lineup, and see how that is in that nice burgundy color. But not bashing these guitars at all. I'm sure they all play perfectly fine. But keep in mind, there will be lemons among them. So be careful. Pick them up. Play them. Feel it out. If something doesn't feel right, something doesn't sound right, go try another one, because I'm sure there's going to be a million copies of these things around for the foreseeable future. And I'll probably see all of them in the Craigslist marketplace in the next 5 to 10 years, because people are moving up to something bigger and better if they decide to stick to guitar. Let me know your thoughts down below with this new Affinity lineup. Let me know if you've had problems with the Affinity lineup as well. This is the Squier. This is kind of, I believe, Squier's cheapest line, to my knowledge. So let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Turn on that notification bell and leave a like as well. Thank you for watching. This is Gray's Guitars, and as always, have a good one.